In this video, I'll assume you've already installed Python and a code editor. If we run Python from our command line by just typing in the name of the Python command, then we get what's called the interactive Python shell. And in this interactive Python shell, we can type in Python statements line by line, like 1, 1 plus 2, we can assign the variable x to 10, and print out x. And we can get out of the interactive Python shell by typing quit and then open and close parentheses, which takes us back to our normal command line. So instead of using the interactive command line, we're going to write code in files. So here I have my code editor on the left-hand side, and I'm using the atom.io editor. I have a terminal on the bottom right here, and I have a Finder window open on the top right. The first thing that I'm going to do in my terminal is to navigate to a directory to store my code. I'm going to create a directory called 106 Python example using makedir, but since that directory exists already, I'm just going to cd into it in my terminal. And then I'm going to create an empty file using touch, and I'll call it exampleprogram.py. Note that it's important that you end your files with the .py extension to make it clear that they're Python programs. As soon as I create this file, you'll see in my Finder window that example.program.py appears. So in my code editor, I'm going to open the directory that contains my exampleprogram.py by adding a project folder and opening the 106 Python example directory. And then I'm going to open up exampleprogram.py in my code editor, and I'm going to type in some simple code. I'll just type print hello world as an example. And I'm going to go ahead and save my file. And now in my terminal, I make sure that I'm in the directory that contains my Python file, and I run it by typing Python and then the name of the file. And you can see that it runs and prints out hello world. Now I'm going to make an edit to my source file so that it prints out something else. I'm going to add another line too, and it's going to say this is a change that I made. I'm going to go ahead and clear my terminal window and rerun my program. And when I do, then it only prints out hello world, and it doesn't print out this is the change that I made. So what happened here? Why isn't it printing out my change? Well, the problem was that I didn't actually save my file, so I was running an old version of my code. So I'll go back to my code editor, I'll hit Control S to save, and then I'll go back to my terminal, and I can rerun my code, and I see that I'm running the latest version of my code. Another way to check what version of code I'm running is to print out exampleprogram.py using the cat command. And here I can see the source code that I'm actually running when I run exampleprogram.py. So that's it. We created a Python program and ran it in the native Python interpreter on the command line.